Y'all thought I was up yesterday? Let me tell you. We've got coffee. Give me a bump. I don't care. We are up all night, baby. It is the wall comp, and we are living life when Big Brother is good. It is so good. Good day and hello, besties. My name is Shelby Ashley, and welcome to another episode recap from Big Brother 28. This was the week 4 live eviction episode, and I gotta say, there is a BB God. Everything went exactly the way I wanted. Well, I wanted Melody to end up winning the blockbuster competition, but hey, as long as Lyric went home, I'm a happy camper. I need my slow burn showmance in there. I am ready for one of these bad bitches to win this wall comp and take control of this game. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, first of all, in this episode, the BB voiceover guy, I don't know his name, but he called Haley Thog. Now, I've heard this nickname many a times on the internets, and her last name's like Thog something, but why are we calling her Thog? Like, what? I mean, it doesn't sound cute. I have a hair on my lip. It doesn't sound cute, but is that why? Like, if someone can enlighten me down below when you comment as you watch this video, because I have nobody else to talk to about it with in real life, and I want to talk to you guys about it. But if someone can let me in on the joke down below, there's some puzzle piece I'm missing somewhere. Also, while you're at it, you can subscribe to the channel and like this video, because I forgot to say that in the beginning. So we start the episode, the post-veto meeting, and we have Drew, Melody, and Lyric on the block for eviction. Haley says that Lyric isn't part of the tool shed, so she doesn't really care if she goes home. Drew is the target, but she also wouldn't care if Melody went home because she has no game and is basically a mean girl. Look in the mirror a little bit, girlfriend. Let's be so for real. By the way, I have the feeds up because I'm wanting to see if they start this HOH competition while I'm doing this, but I don't think they will. So it's actually slightly distracting because everybody's just like debriefing really after the eviction ceremony. Yeah, it's called a ceremony. Seems ceremonious. So we get Melody saying that, Drew's her number one, so it really sucks for them to both be on the block, and the best case scenario is Lyric leaving this week. We see Dee saying that Drew is the target, but, she's got to remember about this whole onion alliance she has going on. The, alliance within the alliance within the alliance, because the alliances on the outside protect the alliances on the inside, hence onion. And then we see Drew saying that he feels safe, and he legitimately has absolutely no idea what is going on around him right now. He has no idea that they're about to blindside him. And I cannot stress enough how much he thinks he is safe. Now, ignorance is bliss, I suppose, in a bit. But, this almost, to really nothing that Drew has done on his own for the most part, besides just, express his loyalty to the tool shed. He didn't really have a lot to do with him being safe. This was all Dee, Devins, and Angela's doing. So it's it doesn't even look like Drew really got himself out of a pickle, in my opinion. So we get Lyric talking with Melody and Mallory. Now Lyric is saying she can't do this anymore, and Mallory, they made me sell you out, and it's not rocket science. Bling to Mallory. It's not rocket science that to know that Mallory would put up Haley Kamuchuk, and so Lyric's just telling her sorry basically for selling her out, and they all need to stick together and da-da-da-da-da. And Mallory doesn't feel good about this. She isn't into the idea. She feels like Lyric betrayed her, and she doesn't like that she told them that she would go after them. And then Melody, coming in as the queen of DR as she is saying she low-key wants to punch Lyric in the face right now. Because, what do you mean? Oh, we need to fight. And she says, bitch, me and Mallory have been fighting this whole time. So Again, Melody, the queen of my television, so happy we did not lose her because she is so good in the DR and I just love her so much, honestly. Drew straight up asked Devins in the gym, like, is Toolshed coming after me? Like, are y'all about to vote me out? And Devins tells him he has nothing to worry about. You know, Devins still at this point does want to blindside Drew, and he knows that. And then Barrett walks in, and Barrett's saying in the DR, like, he doesn't want Drew to leave, but he also doesn't want to, you know, tell him about it. And then Drew blabbed everybody, and then he gets caught in the crossfires of all this. So then we get some Mellow Drew content is what I'm calling it. I don't know if it's like Drewlity or Mellow Drew. Either way, I'm here for it. Melody is crying while laying on the floor, and she's like laying with Drew. Drew asks her why she's crying, and she says she doesn't want to leave the house, and he's just wiping her tears. And then we see Drew in the DR, and he's saying how, you know, Melody is one of the only people he's really connected with like this, and she makes him, like, reminds him of people back at home, and his heart just breaks at the idea of her leaving this week. If he does end up winning the blockbuster, it seems like he's putting, like, the final nail in her coffin if he does that. Dee and Devins talk to Drew, who is about to, they talk to Drew about who to keep between Melody and Lyric, and Drew just kind of straight up says, like, I'm pretty biased, but I think we should keep Melody because Lyric, you know, is stronger in competitions, and Melody would go after Red Corner and not the Icons, and just all of this. And then Dee starts thinking, why are we going to get rid of Drew if that's, like, the Red Corner's problem? And if, like, everybody else is going after Drew, why are we doing this? So Dee and Devins weigh out the pros and cons of keeping Drew. And, you know, maybe Drew is good for their games, they start thinking. Angela and Dee talk to get Angela on board, and it doesn't really take much to get Angela on board. And then all three of them start talking, and they're saying that, like, you know, they came up with this idea, so they need to convince the Red Corner to instead keep Drew now. Instead of, you know, planting the seeds to get rid of Drew, now they need to plant the seeds to keep Drew. So they go and talk to the Red Corner, and they work their magic a bit. They are talking about how Drew is snaky, but, you know, he's not going to put them up because he is Toolshed strong. Lyric is more of a comp threat, and Melody would also definitely put them up, so why would we get rid of Drew? Devins says, Big Brother, get ready for a live tribal. And I gotta say, it was literally, like, until the feeds went down for the episode that they were working on this keep Melody no matter what situation. And so when the feeds went down, the situation was like, we are going to keep Drew and Melody as long as Lyric doesn't win the blockbuster. Lyric was going to be evicted no matter what. So we get to the blockbuster competition, and it is Paw Patrol themed, and they have a little preview for a new Paw Patrol movie. I was too old for Paw Patrol. I could literally give a fuck, but it is a puzzle competition, and we, obviously they have to race to put the puzzles together and hit the buzzer when they finish, and this puzzle has 2 layers. The first layer is pretty scenic, and the top layer has more of the characters on it, and they have specific little pieces that they go into. So at the beginning of this competition, first of all, I love these because I get out of my seat. It is Super Bowl Sunday in my home when it is blockbuster time. I love the layer that the blockbuster competition adds, because this could have gone, like, if Lyric won this blockbuster, which I did not want to happen, and at the beginning, Lyric had the lead. Lyric was scooting her way through the bottom of that puzzle, but the second Lyric got to the top section of the puzzle, she fumbled on the first one, and she just couldn't stop trying to fix that, and she just didn't keep going. So that really caused Lyric the W, and that allowed Drew and Melody to start getting ahead of Lyric, and that Drew ultimately wins. And I was hooting and hollering out of my seat. I really wanted Melody to win, just for Melody to get the W, but I was perfectly glad with this, because that meant that Lyric was probably going home and I could keep my little slow burn showmance, and I was all for that. When Drew wins, he says, I love Paw Patrol, baby! And it's definitely giving, oh my god, his name is slipping me. Trevor Tucker. It's giving Tucker. I love puzzles. So we are about that here in this home. So Melodrew lives, Drulity, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It lives on, baby. And then we get to the votes. Lyric's eviction speech is super blah blah. She says it's an honor and a blessing. She loves them. Keep her if it's good for the game, and she loves them. She says like 8,000 times. Melody, when she first started talking, I thought her mic was off, and turns out it was, because she must have said like, I've had the best fucking time. I fucking love you all, or something kind of like that, which so real. So real. And because I was shook by that, I didn't catch everything she said, but she's saying she had so much fun and basically probably still wants to be in the game. So we get to the votes. Barrett goes first, and Barrett votes. He does his little, look to the side thing he does with Julie, and Julie gives him a little pss, pss, and he votes to evict Lyric. Taylor does as well, and tells Lala on the way out of the DR to also evict Lyric. Drew is voting when he comes back from a commercial break, and so Drew's like standing there. Hold on. Drew's like sitting there like this for a hot minute. And then he like goes back, right? And so I thought, oh, when Julie comes back, he doesn't think he's on screen. He's going to wait until Julie comes back. And then, nope. But thankfully, he doesn't cringily go again. So I just thought that was a funny... I just love live television for stuff like that. So cringy. But Drew does vote to evict Lyric, and he says he loves his mom, and that win was for her. And that was really sweet. Devins, Dee, and Angela, they're all voting to evict Lyric, and Mallory does as well through tears. Dee does a long shout out. These people just be shouting, I swear. But when Angela voted, Julie didn't even get to really say anything. Angela just went on a really quick 10-second spree and then just left. So I thought that was pretty on brand for her. And yeah, they all voted to evict Lyric. Kamu goes in and he votes to evict Melody, and that's where I got confirmation that, this is a red corner blindside. And might I say, what a juicy one it is too, because we also get Yash voting out Melody, and Chuck does too. Yash also shouts out Chipotle. I think Yash is really gaming the shout outs in the evictions, because he's shouting out DJ Khaled, he's shouting out Chipotle, he's here for the brand deals, he's here for the mentions, he's here for the virality, and I'm kind of here for you, Yash. That's pretty smart thinking on your stuff, because no way he's not gonna get at least a Chipotle gift card after that. Come on. We head back to the living room. Julie says by a vote of 8-3, Lyric is evicted from the Big Brother house. And I gotta say, Haley is shook and pissed. You get to see it on her face. She is pissed. And Kamu and Chuck are also both shook. And it's just so fucking funny to see. I love it. We see a shot of Haley and Chuck talking, but you can't really hear them, but then you hear him say that he evicted Melody, and then Lyric leaves the house, and she's interviews with Julie, and she gives literally the most PR friendly interview. I think this is super cookie cutter, playing into producers to get asked back kind of a thing. I could definitely see Lyric and Rome getting asked back to play another game if they wanted to bring back a pair of people. I think they are definitely up there for that, because they can't stop mentioning each other on everything. So in a way, this is the end of the Lime story arc in Big Brother 28. I didn't really think about it like that, but thank God. In her interview, Lyric saying that, she was really fighting for herself by throwing Mallory under the bus, and she also wasn't surprised when she was evicted, because, she's won more comps, so, it makes sense. She knew the guys were going to keep her safe, so she was grateful they voted to keep her, and she says that she might have targeted Drew and Barrett if she stayed in the house. We can see some goodbye messages for her. She gets one from Haley, one from Melody, one from Chuck, and one for Mallory. And Mallory says, like, if she's seeing this, she has no idea what's happening in the game. And true that, like, because I really, like, I think they probably did the goodbye messages, and then the flip started happening. So, you know, kind of crazy to think that, like, within the time of you recording the goodbye message to then, like, all that changed. Like I said, they bring up Rome. They ask Lyric if it's the real deal, and she says yes. She just can't wait to talk to him. And Julie asks again if she's invited to the wedding. Lyric says yes, and her dad will sing. We learn that winner of Big Brother 19, Josh Martinez, the pots and pans guy himself, banging him on his way out to the stage, he will be on BB Unlocked tomorrow night. He says he's loving the season. He would have teamed up with the Icons if he was on the season. And he also teases an iconic competition. Julie says it's the wall comp. And she says that Lyric and Jason will also be on Big Brother Unlocked. And the beginning of the competition will be there as well. We get, of course, you know, Julie's rundown of the week of, like, what's on. And then we get, you know, eavesdropping inside the Big Brother house from outside the Big Brother house or whatever. And then so we get, like, the shot, and it's literally just, like, this long-ass shot of Haley looking pissed off. And then we see Chuck and Kamu looking confused. And, like, we literally, like, don't even hear a peep from any of them. It's just silence for the most part. So, as far as my predictions for next week go, I literally, within everything in my bones and my soul and every piece of earth I've touched and everything, I need so badly Melody or Mallory to win this motherfucking wall comp. I need them to lock the fucking and just grip to that goddamn wall as long as they can. I swear. Look, no. We accidentally manifested it last time. So we're just going to, you know, leave it up to the BB gods. What happens this season will happen this season. And just please give us good feeds. That's literally all I want, is just to give us good feeds. So, yeah, sorry, I got distracted by the feeds. I should not have this up when I record this. I have been looking at it like half the time. But nothing's happened, don't worry. So I need Melody or Mallory to win this HOH competition so freaking bad. I want them to put the red corner up, and I need one of these motherfuckers out of my motherfucking Big Brother house. I swear, one of them or Angela. I'll take any of the four, because, you know, as much as Dee and Devins are running the show and we should flush Devins' Diamond Power veto and look, I have accepted. Dee and Devins are just here. They're just gonna be in the finals. They're gonna make it to, like, final 6. That's my prediction, is that they will make it there. Like, because how could they not? So, but look, we will talk about everything that happens on Big Brother Unlocked tomorrow night on Friday. And then we are going to talk about everything that happens in this HOH competition and who the nominations are and all of that on Sunday. So if you want to catch all of that, please like this video, subscribe to the motherfucking channel, and whatever the other one is, comment, please, because it helps me out so much. And, you know, it would just be super rad if you did that. So, again, I will be here tomorrow after Big Brother Unlocked to talk about all the silly, goofy things that are going on there. And, you know, the only information we're going to get on there is the beginning of the competition, which I'm already going to watch tonight. So, if you're watching live, you can follow me on my socials at Shelby Ashley. And that first E is a 3. And I will probably be tweeting and interacting on there as the live HOH competition is on the feeds tonight. So, see you tomorrow. Bye.